I'm Cindi McGee. Today in the Makin's Clay Design Studio, I'm showing you how to make these fun pencil toppers for Halloween. Makin's Clay is suitable for projects of all ages, and it's perfect for Halloween, whether it be home decor, scrapbooking, or fun projects like these. And they even have glow-in-the-dark clay. Let's get started. For our first two types of toppers, we're first using the Makin's Clay, which is glow in the dark, and it actually does glow in the dark, so it's really fun, especially for Halloween type projects. Our little ghosts were made with the glow in the dark and the Halloween cutter set. To add the eyes, I just used a black permanent marker. Our black cat and our bat were made with black Makin's Clay and the same Halloween clay cutter set. I used gel pens to add neon eyes to both of these toppers because gel pens are another great option for coloring when you're working with Makin's Clay. Next, I'm going to show you how to use the clay mixing ruler to achieve a new shade of orange for our pumpkin topper. Makin's Clay comes in a wide assortment of colors, but it's also easy to achieve a new color by mixing two or more colors of clay. Today we're going to use the Makin's Clay Mixing Ruler, which makes this process very easy to do. We also have recipes on our website for how you can mix certain shades together to get a new color. Today we're using yellow and red Makin's Clay in the 60-gram packages. When you open the clay, you would remove the portion that you need. Once you have it, it is in an outer wrapping. You would first remove that outer wrapping, and then it is wrapped inside also. If you're not going to use all of this clay, you can simply cut off the amount that you want, or you can remove all of it. I'm only going to use about half of this piece to make our pumpkin. Now, if you have clay stuck, an easy way to remove that, you obviously could scrape it, but I think it's easier to just lift it with the clay that you've already received. So there's very little waste. Once you have all of your clay off, again, any clay that you've opened that you're not using, you would store in a Ziploc bag with a damp paper towel or a moist towelette, and that keeps your clay fresh and ready for use at another time. So we're starting with yellow, and we're going to use a bit of red to make our orange. And I just need a touch of that. Now you might wonder why you need the clay mixing ruler to do this. Why couldn't you just blend? What's great about the clay mixing ruler is it enables you to be able to achieve the exact same blended color every time because you're using uniform amounts of clay. To make this orange that I've used for the pumpkin pencil topper, I'm filling this first hole, which is the eye well in our clay mixing roller. And I would completely fill that well with the yellow clay. And then I am using F. So I would fill that well with red. And once I know that my wells are both filled, I use the tool to remove that clay. So if I was making a lot of these and I wanted them to all be the same color, I know that I have uniform amounts before I begin blending. Another great use for this tool is if you're making beads and you want them all to be of uniform size, you could say use the E-well and make sure that you put in that much clay for each one, roll it, and then make your beads. So it's a very handy tool for mixing. It also can be used when mixing acrylic paint with Makin's Clay, which is another great way to change and achieve a new hue. Once you have your measured amounts, you simply begin to blend them together. Now you get a beautiful marbled effect, which is great for some projects just as it is, but if you continue blending, you'll get a great solid hue. Once you've blended your shade to the new color that you want, it's time to make our pencil topper. I simply rolled it to about 1/2 of an inch, and I used our clay roller to make it flat on top. You want to make sure that it's rolled wide enough to fit the clay cutter that you're choosing to use. I'm using our pumpkin. And then a little tip for when you're using the clay cutters to make removing your clay very easy is to put a piece of plastic wrap over it and then cut. Especially when you're doing deeper pieces like this, thicker pieces. Because then when it's time to remove your image, you can simply pull the plastic wrap and your shape comes from the clay cutter. You also get a great little rounded effect on the top when you use that plastic wrap, and I'm just going to smooth my edges a bit with my finger. Now you could stop there, but I wanted to add a little bit more detail to my pumpkin, and I added some little lines to make the lines in the pumpkin, and I just used a clay tool for this and just made some stripes. And while it's still fresh, before it's dry, I inserted it into the pencil. And again, I could stop there, but because this is a great project for children and I wanted to be a little more fun for Halloween, I embellished it a bit. Permanent markers are another great way to add accents to Makin's clay. I'm going to use this green marker to color my stem. I could draw on a little vine if I wanted to on my pumpkin. And since it's Halloween, it would be fun to have a little jack-o'-lantern face. So again, I'm just using a permanent marker. Now you can add these markers when your clay is fresh or when it's dry. It's another great way. Now you can see how simple this project was. Wouldn't it be great for a classroom activity for children to do? And Makin's clay is safe for children. It's safe for use for all ages because it is non-toxic and hypoallergenic and environmentally safe. We hope you enjoyed learning how to make these fun pencil toppers. What a great and easy children's project. Tune in next time to the Makin's Clay Design Studio for more creative ideas.